In this lesson, we are going to look at types in Rust. Every variable in Rust has a type. The type tells Rust what kind of data we are working with. When we create variables, Rust usually figures out the type for us automatically. This is called type inference. It means we do not always need to tell Rust the type. However, sometimes we want to be explicit and tell Rust the type ourselves. We do this using a type annotation. A type annotation uses a colon, followed by the type. Let's go over an example. Here we are creating variables and explicitly telling Rust their types. This is a whole number called an integer. This tells Rust to create a variable called age that stores an i32 number. Rust chooses i32 as a default integer type because it is fast on most computers and large enough for most everyday values, making it a good balance between memory and performance. This is a decimal or floating point number. This is a boolean value. It can only ever be true or false. We often use booleans in conditions later on. This is a single character. Notice that characters use single quotes. Rust characters are quite powerful. They are not limited to English letters. This is still just one character. Rust supports characters from many languages and even emojis. Now let's look at strings which store text. This is a string slice. It is a simple, fixed piece of text. Strings use double quotes. Rust can also infer this type, so we could write Rust will figure out that this is a string type. Now let's look at a different kind of string called string. Here we are creating a string which is different from a string slice str. A string is stored on the heap and can grow or change over time. We create it using string from, which takes some text and turns it into a string. Notice we use the keyword mut. This means the value inside message is allowed to change. Without mut, Rust would not let us modify it. Right now, the string contains the text hello. Now we are going to add more text to the existing string. The method pushStr adds text to the end of the string. It does not replace the original text, it extends it. After this line runs, the string now contains hello world. This is one of the key differences between str and string. A string slice is fixed and cannot be changed. A string can be modified, extended and built up over time. Now let's print all of our values. Types are very important in Rust. They help Rust understand how to work with your data safely. As you write more programs, you will start to recognize these types quickly. Try changing the values in this program. For example, change the number, the text, or the emoji. Then run the program again and see what happens. Great work! We're getting there. You're learning Rust one step at a time.